privileged knowledge where these freedoms came from and acknowledge our Savior, Jesus Christ. We honor and glorify your name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. All face the flag and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do you have any agenda additions?
Yes.
Mr. Epperson? He knows.
All right, Mr. Cox. I'd like to add to the agenda recognition of Guy Cormier for third vice president of the State Louisiana Association.
Second.
All right, add to the agenda, please.
All right, let's vote. To add to the agenda, cast your vote.
I have a question.
Yes.
To expand the
Is this a
agenda.
different guy?
Yeah, I can explain that. Normally, they don't have two people running for an office. I called the Roland to ask about this, and he said it does happen from time to time, and that they ask each parish or each region to add both to the, to endorse both, and then just let the votes go as they will at the state committee.
Okay, have we gotten anything on him?
We got something this week, that's why it's...
We did, guy? I mean, do we have anything on him?
Each individual
The commissioners?
No.
You know, the other guy sent us some information.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did. I've got it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do have it now provided to you. It's just a little information on him.
yeah. I can tell you, Guy has been with the Police Jury Association for probably 10, 11 years, and he just decided at the last minute that he was going to throw his hat into the ring for the third vice president. So that's basically what it is.
All right, so we're going to vote to expand the agenda. Cast your vote, please. And that passes 10-0. All right, Mr. Epperson, are you? We need to do that.
We need to add it.
Do we have to do a public?
Now we need to add resolution number 60 to the agenda.
Do we also need to have a public hearing?
After we do this, you have to add that with you.
All right, vote on the resolution.
Add it to the agenda. To the new business.
All right. And that's 10-0 unanimous. All right, now we have a public hearing on that.
Just a public comments for anybody that would like to have public
All right,
comments.
anybody have any comments, pro or con, on the addition of this to the agenda? Seeing none, we'll call the public hearing over. All right, citizens' comments. Citizens who wish to address the commission on any issue other than zoning, please fill out a comment card located in the chamber foyer and return to the president or the clerk of the commission. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes. Citizens who wish to address the commission on matters relative to public hearings, and that will be items listed on the agenda only, will be limited to a cumulative total of 15 minutes each for or against an issue. Those who wish to speak or make a presentation are asked to select their speakers and address the points they wish considered with this limitation in mind. I don't have any cards, do you?
No, sir, I don't.
No speaker cards. All right. Visitors, Mr. Shante Wells to discuss the Charter Review Committee. Mr. Wells.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the Commission. On behalf of the Charter Review Committee, first I would like to thank you for our opportunity to serve you and to serve the great citizens of this parish. I'd also like to recognize there are 2 members of the Review Committee that served with me here, Mr. Jim Allen, Mr. President, and also Mr. Reginald Johnson. And after days and hours of some hard work, I'd like to present to you our recommendations to the changes for the Caddo Parish Home Rule Charter.
All right. Give that to the, okay. He's handing it out. All right. I just want to say that this is the first time I've ever been ex officio member of a committee like this, and this was a very efficient, effective committee, very knowledgeable committee. The choices that were made in putting this committee together, everybody really got along fine and did some good work and hard work and did it in a very efficient way. When the meeting was to start and be over an hour and a half, it was over an hour and a half and a lot of work got done. So Commission wants to thank you and all the members for all your hard work and for the recommendations that the committee is making to the commission, and we'll look at these, consider them, and put it on our agenda for an agenda item probably at the next meeting. So thank you very much for your leadership, and I just wish that all our committees that we have would be this efficient. And there were 7 lawyers, and that's really unusual. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, members of the commission, for the opportunity to serve you.
Right. Mr. Cox, did you have a...
Just one thing on the committee. A lot of people don't understand that when you get assigned a committee spot, y'all are taking your time out. So on my behalf, I would like to say thank you and to the committee, because it takes a lot. If you add up your hours, you're probably well into 40 hours or more, as far as not only in the meeting, but time at home and what y'all do. So I just want to say thank you. I understand that y'all did an excellent job, covered everything, picked it to the bone, if you want to say that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all come up with, and just on behalf of Commission seat number 10, thank you for your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to say that we will have a recognition for this group probably at the next meeting.
Sonic driving?
Sonic driving.
Okay.
Right.
Will the commission have an opportunity in the committee to discuss the recommendations before it's put on the agenda?
Well, I thought it would be discussed by all of the commissioners.
Well, can we do that in the committee
About 12.
before?
Yeah, we can call a special meeting to deal with this if you'd like.
Okay.
We would also like the committee to be there as well.
Okay. We can do that. And Mr. Williams?
Yeah, Nick, I'd like to echo what's all been said in the room today. We know that these members unselfishly gave up their time and their talent to come with what I feel is a comprehensive recommendation to this body. And I know that they came up with what when they was doing this, they were thinking what was the public interest, not the politician interest. So I too want to commend the committee for all the labor and hours you dedicated to this process, and we look forward to dialoguing on this and see how we can come together and vote on this particular recommendation and see what it fit the goal that some of the commissioners would like to do. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all the questions I believe we have at this time, but we'll try to get together at y'all's convenience and invite anybody who wants to attend, any commissioner, and we'll go through this and answer any questions.
Again, thank you, Mr.
All right, thank you. Any special resolutions? No, sir. All right. Any communiques or committee reports?
Oh, yeah.
Ms. Baker.
I just wanted to communicate to the commission board. On yesterday, I spent some time with the city attorney, Terry Scott, as well as David Dodd, looking at some finalization on paperwork for the joint venture of the Economic Development Department with the city and the parish. And today I will be giving you qualifications for board members, because we're at that point now, and asking for your recommendations that you may have for those that you would like to serve, that you have wanted to recommend to serve on the Economic Development Board. Of course, you know the parish will be have an opportunity to appoint 5 board members, so I will be giving you the qualifications for a board member, and I will be looking for you to please expediently give me your recommendations. Also, when you give me a recommendation, will you ask them to also submit a resume with their information disclosed upon it. So we're looking to get a little closer than where we were about maybe 8 months to a year ago. So hopefully we'll get it done within the next 4 to 6 months as well. So, but we are a little closer than where we were. It was a very fruitful meeting on yesterday. So, also, Clerk, if you would schedule an economic development committee meeting for Monday at 12 noon. This is to discuss our 2013 budget. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Lucky, anything from the administration?
No, sir. I believe we've answered all requests to this point.
All right, Mr. Williams, I believe you have some recognitions.
I think what we do, Mr. Chairman, allow Mr. Todd to maybe read one. Pretty much we got the same information on it.
Okay.
But I'd like to recognize each one of them individually. Okay?
All right, let's see. Named by the authority of the Caddo Parish Commission, know you that whereas on the 18th day of October 2012, this District 3 Community Service Award was presented to the Cherokee Hollywood Park Neighborhood Association, Stony Hill Neighborhood Association, Allendale Lakeside Ledbetter Heights Partnership, all incorporated, for their forceful and dynamic presence in the community and for the contributions they have made to the development and well-being of the area. Signed, Michael D. Williams, Commission District 3.
We're going alphabetical order. We're going to call Allendale. Let Ms. Seams come forward, please. Yes, sir. Don't get in the senior, I had a senior moment. Let me just say on behalf of the Caddo Commission and our Commission President, our Vice President, our officers of this body, we'd like to commend you on the work you've been doing to bring pride back in the Lakeside Allendale community, and all the other members that you have here present that y'all recognize. Stand up, please, so they know who you are. The Lakeside, that's part of them. There are several of them that's not here. But we know where the rubber meets the road at the grassroots level. And government can work with you to make our community a better place to live and have a better quality of life. So we appreciate the work you do and look forward to working with you in the future on more endeavors to make our community a better, safe, better place to live for our children, our family, most of all our senior citizens. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I just want to say thanks to the Commission, Commissioner Williams, and all of you for this presentation, and that we look forward to doing more things to bring about awareness and creating a better quality of life for the residents and businesses, churches in Allendale, Lakeside, and Ledbetter Heights Partnership. Thank you.
Next we have the Cherokee Park. This guy don't need no introduction. He's very active in the community. Mr. Randy Johnson, been an advocate for that area for a long time. And oftentimes people don't have to dedicate their time free to work on behalf of the public. It's a calling. And he's been committed to be active in his community and be concerned about the property, the streets, the homes, the children, the public safety. Randy, I just can't say enough about what you have done throughout a long time for your community. We just want to give a small token of appreciation to say thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate it.
I appreciate the recognition, Michael. I really do. I've known Michael a while, and Michael has given me his word on a few things, and his efforts at attempting to do things, and he's proven to be a man of his word. From trying to help us get a little clean-up money, we got snags and tabs and that, but he's making a great effort. And he's doing other things. I want you to hold to your convictions, Michael. Whatever you do, hold to your convictions. Because just like, I look at how far back our communities have gone and how people laugh at different stuff and don't agree with different stuff. You know, here the man came up with the pajama thing. I know half the people don't like it, but you know, I looked at somebody asked me, what is your opinion on that? I said, well, what would God want us to do? That's where morality to go. But anyway, I appreciate this very much. Have a good day.
I like to look I always say the best labs, this has been one of the most historical neighborhood groups and individuals. She really don't need no introduction, and the group itself really don't need no introduction. If you want something straightforward, you know who you call Ms. Bessie Smith. Mayor of Stony Hill, and our committee and the organization has been for years working real hard to make sure they got a state-of-the-art park. They got some good streets over there, and they're going to advocate for whatever the tax dollars supposed to come back to the community. You can bet that you're going to hear from this group. And I just can't find the words, but they're undefinable to find out the things you've done. You remind me of a little lady who helped me get started. She's not with us today, but she saw enough in me to put me in her space. Miss Eddie Jones. You remind me a lot of her. You're a lot of very dynamic. You're very feisty. And you're going to get the truth when you get it from Ms. Bessie Smith and the colleagues that are with her. And I ask all three of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, to come up and receive the Community Service Award. I know that oftentimes we don't recognize our neighborhoods. We always hear the bad things about neighborhoods, about the crime, about the violence, about the domestic violence. But oftentimes we can't always give money, but we can show some love for the work that you do. And we appreciate the work that you're doing, continue to do, and I always look forward to working with all of the neighborhood groups so we can develop a better working relationship and a partnership to have a better quality of life for our children, for our future, because we know our children is going to be the stewards, not only of our nation, but also the black generation. So we thank you for what you're doing, and on behalf of the President, Vice President, Officer, and all the members of this blessed body, we say thank you so much.
I would like to thank the Commission for this award that we received from the Stony Action Group, which I'm the President, and I'm so glad to receive this award. We're still working hard.
Got something to say, Ms. Smith? Now you give it a mic.
I got it.
First of all, just let me say good evening to all of you all, Commissioner, and your administrative staff. Thank you, Commissioner Williams, for thinking enough of us to present us with this certificate. But I want to let you know, in our area, we partnership together. We teamwork, and it's not just one person out there doing it all. We try to work together as a team to get the job done. Certainly, we thank you for taking time out to present us with this certificate. We thank you too for all of the hard work that you all are doing. I don't care if you're getting paid a dime, but we know that it's plenty hard work out there, and you must work as a team. Thank you for a job well done.
Mr. Williams?
And y'all can stay seated. Bessie Smith and Barbara Jordan and the Willis family, they go to show that if a neighborhood gets together and has a unified voice, and they ask for one thing and they ask for that in unison, that they usually get what they ask for. And then as soon as they get what they ask for, then they can move to the next issue and ask for one more thing. And that neighborhood, Stoner Hill neighborhood, has definitely received the limelight and the attention of local governmental bodies. From the park that's there to everybody said they wanted water, they got water to the park, and so it is a well-kept neighborhood, and it is obvious by the houses in the neighborhood that the owners live there and that they care about their neighborhood, and it's a good place for everybody to live. That's all. Thank you for everything you do for the community. That's all, Mr. President.
Bessie, before you leave, if you want to blame somebody for me being up here, in 1986, when I first ran for the school board, Stoner Hill was part of my district. There were 3 people running. All of us were unknowns. I got 51% because I got about 8 votes over 50%, and I was so glad. And had it not been for Bessie Smith, I don't think I'd have gotten those 8 votes, because she was very helpful to me, and a couple of folks who have passed on now have were very helpful to me in that area, and I really do appreciate it. And so if you're going to blame somebody for getting in politics, Bessie, you get part of the blame. All right. Mr. Dominic has asked that we take up Resolution 59, if y'all don't mind, because there are some people here, and it's down at the bottom of our agenda. If no one objects, we'll move that up. And
Should have been probably a special resolution, but I know Miss Patricia and Miss Kay, is, if I'm saying that right, from the Providence House are here. Miss Simone Hennessy's on vacation, and I'd like for everybody to stand while we read it, and ask y'all to come up, please.
Caddo Parish Commission, a resolution endorsing October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month and to otherwise providing with respect thereto. Whereas domestic violence is a serious crime that affects people of all races, ages, gender, and income levels, and whereas domestic violence is widespread and affects over 1 million Americans each year, and whereas 1 in 3 Americans have witnessed an incident of domestic violence, and whereas children that grow up in violent homes are believed to be abused and neglected at a rate higher than the national average. Whereas domestic violence costs the nation billions of dollars annually in medical expenses, police and court costs, shelters, foster care, sick leave, absenteeism, and non-productivity. Whereas only a coordinated community effort will put a stop to this heinous crime, and whereas Domestic Violence Awareness Month provides an excellent opportunity for citizens to learn more about preventing domestic violence and to show support for the numerous organizations and individuals who provide critical advocacy services and assistance to victims. Now therefore be it resolved by the Caddo Parish Commission in due regular and legal session convened, Caddo Parish Commission does hereby support all efforts to end domestic violence in Caddo Parish. Be it further resolved, any provision or item of this resolution therefore be held invalid. Signed, Caddo Parish Commission.
I want to say a couple of words before we vote on that. Y'all can have a seat. Domestic violence is an incredible problem in our area, and I know you ladies didn't really want to talk too much. Now, if Miss Hennessy was here, she would be without words. But whatever the commission can do to help promote domestic violence, we're all behind that. As an attorney, I see it, I understand it. I appreciate all y'all's hard work, and hopefully the commission can continue to work with you guys to better promote that, prevent, and stop domestic violence. And I appreciate y'all coming today. Thank y'all so very much.
Thank you so much. It takes the community.
Yeah. We're going to... Thank y'all for coming.
so much.
I move that the resolution be approved.
second. So I got a motion by Mr. Dominic, second by somebody over there, Mr. Cox. Cast your vote, please. And that passes 11-0. All right. There's no president's report.
Next we move to adopt the minutes of the regular meeting held on October 4th, 2012.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Mr. Williams, second by Mr. Escaday. Cast your vote, please. And that passes 11-0.
Next we move to public hearing on zoning ordinances. Zoning ordinance P-1212 in regard to ordinance number 5239 of 2012, property located at 9327 Bellevue Road on the east side of Bellevue Road, 350 feet south of Stewart Lane. Nicely Properties LLC applicant.
All right, do we have anyone to speak in favor of zoning case P-1212, or our ordinance 5239? Anyone to speak in favor? Have anyone to speak against ordinance 5239? Seeing none, that public hearing is over on that ordinance.
Zoning case P-1812 in regard to ordinance number 5240 of 2012, property located at 6737 Greenwood Road on the south side of Greenwood Road, 1,204 feet west of Colonial Drive. Robert E. Lewis, applicant.
All right, is there anybody to speak in favor of ordinance number 5240? All right, just give us your name and address.
Good afternoon. My name is Robert E. Lewis. My current address is 9816 West Trails Inn, Shreveport, Louisiana. With your approval of my application, my new address will be 6737 Greenwood Road, Shreveport, Louisiana, which is the subject property we are discussing today. I have a contingent contract to purchase this property based on the rezoning of this property to allow an upscale winery. The main purpose of this property is to be a home for myself and my son. The upscale retail shop will sell wine produced from the vineyard. I would also like to sell wines from other vineyards as well. I will not be selling beer or other alcoholic beverages other than wine. The feel of the shop is to be an upscale boutique, not a high-volume liquor store such as a Thrifty Liquor or a restaurant. The shop will not have a drive-through window for liquor sales. My goal is to be similar to On Cloud Wine, which is on Buncombe Road and has been a successful winery operating in primarily a residential area in our community since 2007. This area of Greenwood Road is already highly industrial. Some of my new neighbors would be John Deere Tractor, Almond Cycleplex, Deep South Equipment, and Garrison's Nursery. Over the past couple of months, I have discussed my plans with my potential new neighbors, and they are excited to have me as a new neighbor. Almond Cycleplex and Garrison Nursery told me that the people that will be coming to visit my property will also be the same customers that will visit them as well. I have visited with Commissioner Ken Epperson over the phone about this project, and he responded to it favorably as well. I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have regarding my proposal.
Okay, we don't do it during the public hearing, we
Okay.
do it when we vote on it.
Okay.
All right, anyone else to speak? Anyone else to speak in favor of this ordinance? Do we have anyone to speak against ordinance 5240? Anyone in opposition? Public hearing for ordinance number 5240 is closed.
Next, we move to public hearing on ordinance number 5241 of 2012 to revoke the dedication of Clearwater Road.
So moved.
It's the public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to pay attention, Don. Anyone in favor of ordinance number 5241? Anyone to speak in favor of ordinance 5241? Anyone to speak in opposition to 5241? Seeing none, that public hearing is closed.
Ordinance number 5242 of 2012, declaring certain adjudicated properties to be surplus and authorize the parish administrator to sell parish's tax interest.
Anyone to speak in favor of ordinance 5242? Anyone to speak in opposition to 5242? Seeing none, that public hearing on that ordinance is closed.
Zoning ordinance for final passage, ordinance number 5239 of 2012 in regard to zoning case P1212, property located at 9327 Elby Road.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Cox, second by Mr. Williams. Any comments, Mr. Cox, Mr. Williams? All right, cast your vote, please. That passes 11-0.
Ordinance number 5240 of 2012 in regard to zoning case P18-12, property located at 6737 Greenwood Road.
Move for adoption. Second. Moved by Mr. Epperson, second by Mr. Dominic. Do either of you have any comments, Mr. Epperson? No, sir. Cast your vote, please. And that passes 11-0.
Next, we move ordinances for final passage. Ordinance number 5241 of 2012, revoke dedication of Clearwater Road.
So moved. Moved by the chair, second by Mr. Williams. Cast your vote, please. Ms. Lynch. All right, and that passes.
Ordinance number 5242 of 2012, declaring certain adjudicated properties to be surplus and authorize the parish administrator or designee to sell tax interest.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Williams, second by Mr. Lynn. Cast your vote, please. And that passes 11-0. Before we go any further, I'd like to recognize the President of the Caddo Parish School Board. You have my pity. Mr. Ryle, Mr. Steve Ryle. Nice to have you here.
You want to talk?
We want to see how fast a meeting can happen.
Yeah, there you go. The correct one.
All right, Mr.
Next, we'll move to ordinances for introduction by title. Ordinance number 5243 of 2012, authorize a 15-foot utility servitude and 10-foot temporary construction servitude to the town of Oil City.
So moved.
That's just by title.
The title.
Ordinance number 5244. Ordinance number 5244 of 2012, authorize the Caddo Parish Administrator to execute an intergovernmental agreement with the Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office and the Caddo Parish Law Enforcement District concerning the housing and care of prisoners at CCC. Ordinance number 5245 of 2012, to amend Chapter 32 of the Caddo Parish Code of Ordinance to enact Section 32-33 regarding the wearing of pants below the waist in public in Caddo Parish. Next, we move to ratify the work session minutes for October 15th.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Williams, second by someone on that end.
Actually, I made the motion to go ahead.
Go ahead. All right, Mr. Johnson, you got it, and Mr. Williams, you got the second. Go ahead.
That's right.
Cast your vote, please. Mr. Williams? All right. Pass 11-0.
Next, we move to resolutions. Resolution number 52 of 2012, authorize the Caddo Parish Administrator to request and authorize Louisiana State Mineral Board of Energy to accept nominations advertised for oil and gas mineral leases for 17.59 acres in Section 3, 5, and 6. Requested by Tacoma Energy.
So moved. Second. Moved by Mr. Dominic, second by Mr. Escabay. Cast your vote, please. Mr. Smith? Yes, sir. Need your vote, please. Sorry. All right, that passes,
Resolution number 53 of 2012, authorize the Caddo Parish Administrator to request and authorize Louisiana State Mineral and Energy Board to accept nominations advertised for oil and gas mineral leases for 14.2 acres in Section 32, T29N, R14 West, as requested by Tacoma Energy.
So moved.
second. Moved by Mr. Dominic, second by Mr. Escabay. Cast your vote, please. And that passes 10-1.
Resolution number 54 of 2012, authorize the Caddo Parish Administrator request, authorize Louisiana State Mineral and Energy Board to accept nominations and advertise for oil and gas and mineral leases for 22.39 acres in Section 23 T21 R15 West, as requested by Tacoma Energy.
So moved.
Second. Moved by Mr. Dominic, second by Mr. Escabay. Cast your vote, please. And that passes 10-1.
Resolution number 55 of 2012, authorize Caddo Administrator to request and authorize Louisiana State Mineral and Energy Board to accept nominations and advertise for oil, gas, and mineral leases 4.56 acres in Section 26 and 36, T21 R15 West, as requested by Tacoma Energy.
So moved.
Second. Moved by Mr. Dominic, second by Mr. Smith. Cast your vote, please. And that passes 10-1.
Resolution number 56, 2012, authorize Caddo Parish Administrator request and authorize Louisiana State Mineral and Energy Board to accept nominations advertised for oil and gas mineral leases for 231.47 acres in Section 31 T20N R15 West, as requested by Tacoma Energy.
And so moved.
Second. So moved by Mr. Dominic, second by Mr. Smith. Cast your vote, please. And that's passes 10-1.
Resolution number 57 of 2012, encouraging the retail business to adopt dress code prohibiting the wear of traditional sleepwear, including pajamas, in their establishments.
So moved. Moved by Mr. Williams.
Second.
Second by Mr. Escaday. I see no comments.
Yes.
You vote yes, all right. That passes, 8-0.
Resolution number 58 of 2012, declaring November 5th through 11th as Military Veterans and Families Week in Caddo Parish.
So moved. Second. Moved by Mr. Epson, second by Mr. Cox. Cast your vote, please.
If I might,
Yes, go ahead.
I just want everyone to know that we're going to really be advocates of this resolution, basically expanding the intent as is written. We're going to ask retail establishments to offer discounts to military veterans and their families. We're going to ask at our high school football games and other activities that they would bring American flags, that the cheerleaders will wear red, white, and blue ribbons. And we're going to also ask our colleagues in other parishes to adopt a similar resolution. Also, many of you may be aware that we have a number of events that is happening for veterans within that particular week. We're going to encourage maximum participation, starting from an event at the Northwest Louisiana War Veterans Home on the 8th and culminating on Sunday, November 11th, Veterans Day, to a major parade and honor ceremony for our military veterans and their families. Thank you.
All right. There's a motion by Mr. Epson, second by Mr. Cox. I believe cast your vote, please. That's 11-0.
We move to new business. We have agenda addition of resolution number 60 of 2012, supporting Guy Cormier for the third vice president position on the Police Association of Louisiana.
So moved. Second. Moved by Mr. Cox, second by Mr. Williams. Cast your vote, please. Okay. All right. That passes 10-1. Mr. Epson?
Before you adjourn, Mr. President, I want to comment if I might.
All right, go ahead.
Just like to, if our colleague, Commissioner Bowman, is watching today, to let her know that we are thinking about her and she's in our prayers.
Do we all agree with that? John, move to John.
So moved. Leave some money.